so we've got a cup of tea to start. Hello everyone. Well, maybe it's just one person. It's probably Steed, my fiance. Now he's probably the only person watching, but that's okay. I think I'm going to keep this. This YouTube channel is just going to be a nice little creative outlet for me. I really love sewing, I always have, and I just want a space for me to kind of consistently grow and record my progress in an artistic way. So that's what this is. I'm just a 23-year-old person who's just started full-time work, and wow, that's a whole other thing. But I love sewing, I always have, and I would love to learn to sew beautiful ball gowns and negligees and silky pretty things, and I don't know, I'm going to make my boyfriend a nice wardrobe as well. He's already very, very handsome, but I think he could do with something really nice. So my first project is going to be the back room, and the back room is a space where, at home, where everyone, myself included, dumps all their stuff, and it looks it, right? Every other part of the house is kind of nice. Back room needs some tender love, and that's what I'm going to do today. So my objective is to clean and tidy it and make sure I have a space where I can do my sewing. And my budget is $50, if that. I'm going to try and do it for free, because I think the problem is there's too much stuff. It's not that I need to get more things, it's that there just isn't enough. So what I am going to do is I'm going to start by getting rid of the rubbish, putting some things in the dump, dismantling a cupboard and putting that in the back room for storage, for my brother to get when he would like it, because it's his, but he's I think in England at the moment, which is really fun for him. But I need to take care of the cupboard and make sure this room looks pretty. So I've got a few main colours going on in there. We've got sage green is the backboard cupboard. We've got some deep woodsy tiles and wood colours and white. So I'm thinking plants, wood and wicker baskets and pottery, textures that'll work together, and whatever else I can find that I feel works with the palette, which will probably be grey and white. But yeah, let's get started. I'll show you what it looks like. But it's not just a sewing space, it's also where my partner does his video games, where we have movie nights, where Mum does her macrame. There's a ton of rope out there because of the macrame business that we don't have anymore, so I'll figure out what to do with that. And there's my brother's storage, my storage, everyone's storage. There's a lot to work through, so I think I'm going to start off by organising a pile for op shop, a pile for dumpster, and a pile for various things, like a pile for rope, a pile for whatever else I find. Okay, and then I'll go from there. So we'll see how this goes. I made a cup of tea as a comfort, and I hope this goes well. And thank you, Steed, for watching this video and being my supporter. I'm really excited. I love you. Okay, so we've listened to Sabrina's Man-Child album. I'll start with this one. So just a quick little update on what I have been doing, just so you can see. I started off with the clothes horses because it was driving me a little crazy, and it feels a lot more open now, which is really nice. I've got some piles going. This is going to be the rubbish pile. This is going to be my sewing pile. Oh, back and go. This is my sewing pile. This is going to be family pile, family stuff to go through. This hasn't been used in years, and we'll have a look at that. I'm about to put the new album on. We've got a soundscape going. This is the frog stuff. I need to organize humidifier and everything. And then I'm gonna battle this. And I might need to put some Marie Kondo to self-soothe while I go through that. But it should be good. I think we're doing good. So the vibes very much need lifting. I have Sabrina Carpenter or Kendrick. I think I'll start with Sabrina Carpenter. I'm feeling overwhelmed and I feel like this would be a good start, and then we can go in here. Yeah. Okay, so we've got that, and I have a thing about having a nice space to be in. I think ambience is big. I'm a teacher, and zhuzhing things and making them nice, I feel like has a big impact on how you feel. And I'm having a lot of feelings in this room, in this space. So I'm also going to put a soundscape on while I listen to Sabrina. So that should be good. But we'll get started. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm very happy with how things are looking for the moment. I feel like I had achievable expectations, and that really helped. And I've only like semi-organized a part of the room, but it feels big, and I have a space to do my sewing now, which is really nice. So I'm going to have a break, and I'm going to read my book. I'm currently reading House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I'll also show you, I found some really cute things. Oh, and this is the sewing area so far. I'd like to do it up a little bit more, but I've moved my little sewing caddy there, little note-taking space there. I'm gonna put a curtain over top of that, because none of that's really mine. I don't want to mess or touch things that aren't mine. And I'll deal with that with my fiance. And I think I'll make this fireplace look nice, do something with that, move this cabinet here, and that should look really good. But I found this, and I'm very happy. I'm going to take this with me. It's a little digital camera to take photos with, so that's kind of cute. So I'm really excited, but that's where I'm at. I'd also like to show you the pie that my dad made. It looks really nice. And there's my engagement flowers that Mum got me. And my dad just made a beautiful, beautiful pie. So that looks really nice. I'll have some of that in a moment. But yes. Okay, so overall I'm so happy with how this room has turned out. You know, and I see this as a starting point. Like, there's still a lot of work. I still need to work on the back room. I want to add a curtain in over the cupboard and generally make this place, you know, continuously have a project to make it more and more beautiful. But I've got a little mood board going. I kind of started this before. There we go. So I've got a Pinterest board I've been working on just with like the main ideas for this room. You know, I've got key colours are, you know, the sage green, the white and the wood. You know, just in terms of working with what we've got already, that's just what's here. The vivarium, I would love to really nurture this vivarium over here and make it even more beautiful for the frogs. There's a gorgeous little, you know, there's some really gorgeous vivariums on Pinterest that I'm sure the frogs would absolutely love. My yoga spot is also something I'm really happy with. I do Ashtanga yoga. I usually do it at a shala in Adelaide, but it's nice to have a spot at home in case I'd like to practice at home that day. I'm loving these tiles and the greens, and I've got Dirty Shawls here. I love Dirty Shawls. She's an absolute icon. I love her yoga clothes specifically. They're so retro and cool. Eventually I'd love an industrial sewing machine I've got over here. So this one, beautiful, very, very old and budget. But eventually I'd love a new one and a mood board space, and to really get into this. So it's still a work in progress, this room, and I'll keep pecking away at it and doing more things and coming up with more ideas. In terms of my sewing, let me go and have a look here. I'm a cool winter, or a true winter, is my color palette. So like high contrast colors, because I'm quite pale. High contrast colors like teals and whites and deep blues, and cool tones work really well for me. I love frills and silk and lace and things that are just pretty. I've got lots of stockings here. I love stockings. You can see lots of high contrast things here. I've got a few things I want to start with sewing. I want to start with 4 skirts. Making 4 skirts, because my goal is to create a really beautiful, sustainable wardrobe that's just classic and what I love and tailored to me. Sorry, my dog's at the door. And as opposed to trends, I just want to focus on what I really love and connect with. So I'm gonna do a classic skirt, an A-line skirt, a mini skirt, and a silk bias slip skirt. So I've got a few ideas. I'll start off with those and then we'll go from there and see what else I sew after that. But those are going to be my first 4 projects with you, so that should be exciting. So I'll do some fabric shopping and scrounging and see what I can find. But yeah, thank you for watching, Steed. You're probably just my fiance, but I love you and I miss you, and please come back from work soon. And this has been really fun. But yeah, have a lovely rest of your day.